Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here today for an insightful pitch session on blue innovation from across ASEAN. We are thrilled to have such a diverse and talented group of individuals here. So whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur, investor, or simply passionate about innovation, we're delighted to have you with us today. Before we begin, I'd like to cover a few housekeeping items to ensure that everything runs smoothly. Sorry. So first, exiting the room. So it's perfectly fine to exit the room after each pitch. If you're interested to go to maybe yet another breakout room. However, we kindly ask you to refrain from exiting during the pitch if possible, as it may cause disruption. Cell phones, please ensure that all cell phones are set up to silent mode to avoid any distractions during the session, and we truly appreciate your cooperation on this. And next, I would like to introduce you to our distinguished commentators joining us today. Thank you so much for today. First, we have Fira Izad. She is the Senior Manager of ASEAN and Global at Cradle Fund. Thank you so much. Next, we have Robin Takashi Lewis. He's a co-founder of Maimezu and Social Innovation Japan. Thank you so much, Robin, for joining us today. So for the flow of the session, here's a brief overview. After each venture's pitch, you'll have the chance to rate them based on their impact, innovation, and potential. So there will be a QR code on the screen, which you can scan, or you can type in the URL in your browser. After the first 10 pitches, we will have a 15 minutes break to refresh. And then finally, at the end of all 20 pitches, we'll move back to the plenary, so to the main room, for concluding statements. So once again, thank you so much for being here today. We are looking forward to seeing some incredible ideas and innovations. So let's get started and make this session a truly inspiring one. Thank you so much. And for the first venture, I'd like to invite bioplastics.
Good afternoon, everyone. So it's my honor to be here to open up the very insightful Pitch Fest today. So my name is Hua Ching. A co-founder of Bioplastic. Everyone may know that how a bottle of plastic look like, but you may not know a story behind it. Every day, 1.5 billion of plastic bottles are thrown into the environment, ocean, and the landfill. However, only 10% of those can be recycled. 90% stay in the environment for more than 500 years. Each bottle contains 240,000 of nanoplastic, and also about 100 of harmful chemicals. Those forever chemicals are linked to many human health issues, such as infertility, cancer, or also hormone imbalance. The ban on single-use plastic have been issued by many governments around the world. Major corporations also phasing out and reducing plastic in their supply chains. Both macro policy and also the sustainability agenda are creating market driver for bio-alternative materials. Bio is a deep tech company. We're transforming bio-waste into bio-based material to combat plastic. We own 2 patented technology. The biofermentation use the nutrition from bio-waste to feed the microorganism to turn that into 100% of bio-based material that used in textile and medical application. Our second material engineering technology compound bio-waste with other biopolymer to create composite that used in packaging applications. We want to showcase that sustainability, innovation, and profitability can go hand in hand. Our product offers many compelling advantages. It is bio-based origins, biodegradability within 1 year, and low carbon footprints, and also can be comparable to other plastic products and cost competitive with other alternatives. We offer a wide range of applications and products from industrial goods, industrial products, and medical applications that you can see. And you also can visit our booth outside to see and touch the sample of the products. Our technology are recognized globally. We were the champions at the TechFest in Vietnam, and we also the first company, startup, from the Southeast Asia region to be selected in 100+ accelerator programs funded by, and also to help us to work with the major global brands, such as Coca-Cola, AB InBev, Unilever, and others. We also won many others prestigious awards. Our team possesses complementary skill and experiences from serious entrepreneurships and also leading scientists. We also back up by a board of advisors who dedicated their experiences in leadership program to support sustainability. We currently operate a factory in Ho Chi Minh City. So far, we have raised $2.5 million, and we'll plan to expand the capacity of the factory to about 1,200 tons of material produced a year, and hit 1 million revenue by the end of next year. And we also own 3 patents in pipeline. So we are living now in the world of abundance of materials, and if you replace, we care, we can turn that into abundance of care. And today I just want to go back to the story of the bottle. Then our vision is this is a bio product, and we will replace the 5 billion of plastic bottle with these products in the next 5 years. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would now like to invite one of the commentators for their question.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Thank you for your pitch. Just like to ask if it's your current model. Is it a B2B model or a B2C model?
It is correct that we are B2B models.
B2B. And what's your go-to-market strategy?
Well, we have kind of currently focusing on 3 revenue streams. First, we can see already that we produce bio-based materials. That is our key know-how and technology patented. And then we can outsource this to other manufacturing OEM factories. And we also can develop the end products for other clients to showcase how bio-waste, compostable, bio-based material product look like. And the other revenue stream is also to franchise our technology to those who want it.
You have time if you want, Robin.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for the pitch. And I'd love to know, what are some of the main challenges that you're facing now in scaling your company?
I think the major challenges is to, first, with this scaling up. Currently, we have small workshops in Ho Chi Minh City, but we will have to be quickly to tap into, a bigger market by expanding our production facility. But as you know, this is a new materials, and this is involved with very in-depth education and raising awareness to customer and also to the user. So those are among the more challenging for us right now.
Thank you. And in terms of the competition, I know you have several patents. who are your biggest competitors?
I think this is a very kind of we could say that it's a cutting edge technologies, because we develop our own technology and we own the technology. The competitor in the market, there are few, but using different material sources. But we use from the second generation feedstock, which is not come from the starch base or fossil fuel. So we are kind of still have many rooms to further developed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Thank you so much. I now invite Eric's Carbon to join the stage.
Thank you, everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Thao and I'm the director of Net Zero Pallet, a pallet solution that makes out of the agricultural waste. We are the biomaterial companies for 5 years and we're developing the biomaterials. And at the end of 2023, we see an opportunities for a huge traditional pallet industry. So pallet are the ones that the product that when you put the product and you ship out of the country. We start commercialize the Net Zero pallet from 2024, and now we are selling to Hyosung, Coca-Cola, Pfizer, Protex, and we expect that in 2025 we're going to triple our revenue to $3 million, while maintain positive EBITDA. So what the problem that we are facing, we are solving right now? 95% of the market occupied by wood and plastic pallets. And as you may know, wood pallet involves harvesting timber. So every 6 wooden pallet cutting down 1 tree. And plastic pallets, it consumes a lot of plastic, right? So living amid the abundant agricultural waste in Mekong Delta, we developed a pallet solution that recover the agricultural waste, we lock it into the pallets so that we minimize waste, we extend the lifetime of the material, and we also reduce the demand on virgin material like wood and plastic. So this is a use case of the product. So this has been widely used by all the manufacturing companies and also exporters. Our value propositions are very clear. We understand that for leading companies, they care about carbon neutrality, but at the same time, they also care that whether this solution impacts the B&L or not. So we're focusing on cost-effective solution. Our solution can 20 to 50% lower price compared to wooden and plastic pallets. Regarding the carbon neutralities, we have the LCA assessment, and it shows out that every 1,000 units produced, we are able to capture 34 tons of carbon. We also obtain different international certificates like FDA for food safety, USDA for biodegradable. So with the mindset of forward thinking, we develop our technology in-house. So it's not just the biomaterial, bioagent, but we also develop our customized mold so that it can adaptable to the automation warehouse and also robotics. The markets, the pallet industry is expected to reach $100 billion in 2030s. And especially in Vietnam, every year we use around 100 million pallets. I believe that not only in Vietnam but also in Asia, the potential for pallet industry is huge because with the trends of China plus one, many factories are going to move out of China and come to Southeast Asia. So this is the use case of some of leading clients that we're working with. So these leading soft drink companies, they're using more than 1 million pallets in the US annually, and we are already collaborating with them. They invest the money for the mold, so we develop a customized solution for them. We also collaborate with the leading agricultural groups. so that we procure the waste, we make the pallet, and then they can ship the pallet to the clients. So that recover like circular economy. We have a team from diversified background, from sales, marketing to fundraising, finance.
I'm sorry, you have to finish the sentence because the time is
Okay,
up.
Done. Back a bit. Okay, this one. We're raising $2 million for the seed rounds. We are changing the future of pallet industry. The future must be green, and the time is now. So I hope you can join us. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it's for our commentators.
Thank you so much. I'd love to know, the pallets are cheaper than the alternative, and they also save storage space. How are they for strength when compared to plastic and wooden alternatives?
Okay, so regarding the price first, the plastic pallet normally is $15 to $40, and the wooden pallet from $8 to $12. We can be selling at $7, even lower. Yeah. And regarding the strength, loading capabilities, we have a test report that we can withstand from 2 to 6 tons. Yeah. So I think that for loading capabilities, it's really good. Yeah.
And is that roughly the same as wooden and plastic?
It's same as wooden.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Thank you.
Can you go back to the amount slide? I think the 2 million. Oh, no worries. No worries. I think with the amount asked, right, how do you foresee scaling the business? And what are you doubling down on? Is it research? Is it your capex? How do you scale sustainably?
So actually for now, we believe that we're going, in 2025, we're going to be self-sustained already. Yeah. So for the biomaterial part, we already self-sustained. For the pallet part, because it's new, it's just 1 year old. So we expect that the journey would be for the next year. And regarding the scales, for now we are serving the leading companies, and their demand can be up to millions pallets per year. So for now, because the sales cycle is quite long, so they will start small, so that it's not disrupt the operational efficiency. But when it's thing okay, they can scale really fast. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you get any clients who are not open to switching to this?
Not open to switching?
Yeah, into switching into your solution.
Yes, actually there's, yeah, because the solution is not like completely well-grounded. And for companies who are operating in a wet condition, or who require like really severe condition of the pallet, so they may use a plastic pallet. Yeah. For this, we're focusing much, so our persona is focusing much on one-way export. Yeah. Which account for 70% of the pallet industry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now please, Nicola, inventor, please join the stage.
Okay, good morning. Sorry, not good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sulasia Kamani from Nicola. I am the project manager from Laos PDRs. Nowadays, convenient at just one click. And the single-use plastic is the one that we thinking about when we go out to dining or have some event. But this convenience has an infinite cost. It allows 12% of the food packaging has low value and low recycle. Imagine if we can spend amount of money in the same amount of money in the better alternative. Would you able to choose that option? So that's why I'm introducing you our products, Natureware. Natureware is 100% natural single-use plate that is heat resistant up to 200 degrees Celsius. Waterproof for the soup, 1 to 2 hours. And this one is biodegradable up to 45, start from 45 up to 3 months. We saw the opportunity that in ASEAN Pacific, they have the largest market that produce the plastic. Our goal to capture 5% of the market shares in the next 3 years. Comparing to other material like plastic paper and foam, our products is more sustainable, more cost reduction in the long term, and reduce waste from the production to isolation. We aim to reduce 120 tons of plastic pollution in the next 3 years. Within this year, we wanted to reduce, we wanted to product the disease up to 240,000 diseases and impact more 5 provinces in our country. In the financial term, normally the startup cannot generate the income in the first 1 to 3 years. We aim to have the generated income in our 4 year and will pay all the investment off in our 5 years. Now we are currently in the product development and market entry, targeting the Southeast Asian region and European country. Our value customers are the collaborate clients with the green policy that include hotel, restaurant, cafe who are focused on the green policy, green in marketing something. So when we wanted to capture this client, we have our strategy that included to expand to 5 or more provinces. Also build the big factory that can fit our big machines, 8 to 10 machines, and also collaborate with the small and big business. This is our team, and we have supervisor who has the unique strength to improve the business growth. We seek for the strategic partner, donor, and investor who can support us with the funding, with the marketing, with the upskill factories and machines. Also, we would love to seek for the connection from global connection, and other thing is the expertise from this partnership. With Natureware, we placing the better future for sustainable. Join us to making change now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I invite commentators for their questions.
Thank you. That was a great presentation. So I myself, I'm personally very passionate in this because single-use plastics, it's just something very sad to see and what it does to the earth itself. However, I think education and policy, that's the main big challenge that everybody has. In order to change something, the single-use, you have to work together with the government in order to change the policies. Just a question. You mentioned earlier that people care about the short term, not the long term. How do you work together with the government to ensure that you can enforce the public space, the hotels, and whatsoever, in order for them to change to this packaging?
Yeah, absolutely. We try to collaborate with many factors, like many sectors of the government. We approach for the green policy, and also we raise awareness through our social media, and we try to try our best to show our products and show our initiative in front of many of big of the event. Actually, absolutely, they might be a little bit hard right now, but I think together with other initiative and other company in my country, I think we will have a good chance, because currently EU is European Union. They also provide that big of the policy in my country as well. That's such a big impact that we can earn fund, and also we can approach to them to help with that things. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And when you speak to most of your clients, right, what are some of their feedback in terms of your products?
Yes, it's the one big chance they concerned about hygienic, but we have the proof already about the certificate that it can eat without effect to the health. But they concerned about the color, because the color is to nature. That they concern if they want only the white one without the brown or without the thing that have the texture. And sometimes we don't do only the one that we show you. We do with the coconut husk, with the sugar cane and rice straw, but they are still concerned about that one. So this is the challenge thing that we have to do. But for our big client customer hotel who are focusing on the green economy, they not concerned about that, but just the local people, they still concerned. Yeah, thank you.
Can I ask one very quick question?
Yes.
How do you make these? Maybe it's a secret, but how do you do this?
Yes, actually we develop our machine in-house.
Amazing.
And we do like pressing with the temperature, collect the temperature. Yeah, we have the monitor that they can like modify how the height of the temperature right now. Yes, and it automatically cut, so we don't have to cut by ourselves, just place that one. If you wanted to know more, we have the machine picture in our booth as well.
Amazing.
Please visit us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'd like to invite Ultrapex to the stage now. Thank you.
Tes. Selamat siang Bapak-Bapak dan Ibu-Ibu yang terhormat. Terima kasih atas kehadiran dan kesempatan ini. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Stephen. I'm from Ultrapex. I'm the co-founder and chief operating officer. We're a Singapore-based new materials startup company. Because of our solution, we are also in the circular economy and climate tech space. Our goal is to replace 1 billion units of single-use packaging by the year 2030. This sounds like a lofty goal, but let me assure you, it is quite easily achievable. Considering that just in the airlines industry alone, 1 billion units of in-flight meals are catered and served every year. Let me tell you how we go about doing that. We know that every year, 10 million metric tons of plastic waste flows into our oceans. This is equivalent of dumping one garbage truck full of plastic waste into the oceans every single minute. Now, if current trends continue, this will triple to 30 million metric tons by the year 2040. Similarly, for aluminium packaging, the production of alumina from bauxite produces a highly alkaline byproduct known as red mud. Red mud, if not handled properly, contaminates water sources and can harm aquatic life. Now, this is where we believe that the Ultrapex solution is a viable alternative to single-use plastic and aluminium packaging. We have developed the technology to transform plant fibers into a material with unique characteristics. Our solution is sustainable, scalable, and cost competitive. We take spent grains from manufacturers, treat it with our in-house process, mix it with other plant fibers to become the raw materials for making into the finished product. The finished product is 100% organic, certified PFAS-free, home compostable, with functionalities comparable to plastics and aluminium. Our products have no problem taking hot soups, oil, and sauces well, no leakages. It is microwave safe and can handle temperatures from -18 to 260 degrees Celsius. We are already working on our next versions. We are working on a version that can go on an open flame and also something that can be used in steamers. Our products are already being used in F&B sector and in the supermarkets. We're working to bring our products into the healthcare sector as well. Ultrapex products, when compared to our competition, stands out from the rest because it is home compostable and certified PFAS-free. You may wonder, oh, what's the big deal about these two characteristics? Well, if somebody drops an Ultrapex product by accident in a park, on the beach, or into the sea, between 4 to 6 months, the Ultrapex products will break down into compost with no harm at all to the environment. You can't say the same for all the other types of packaging. All the other types, yeah? We are already working with distributors in Singapore, Australia, Thailand, Korea, and Japan to bring our products into the market. Our customers include F&B chains, restaurants, hotels, and food services providers. We also supply our packaging products to wholesalers of fruits and vegetables to supermarkets. The global market for sustainable packaging is $60 billion. In the Asia-Pacific markets where we are focusing our efforts, it's about 30% of this market, giving us $18 billion. And over the next 5 years, we intend to capture 10% of this market, giving us a sum of $1.8 million. Autopex is founded and led by a female. The team is well represented and we come from diverse professional backgrounds. We believe we have laid the foundation for strong and rapid growth. We are seeking US $1.6 million for our seed round, and with this proceeds, we intend to scale up our sales and marketing team, including bringing new products into the market and entering the UK and EU markets. I have about 30 seconds left, so let me just do a quick demo here.
Actually, there's no more time left. That was already the 30 extra.
Please, questions, yeah.
So you can ask your questions maybe while he does the demo.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's the switching cost for people to change from single-use plastics to this?
Yeah, so there are different grades of plastics, yeah, whether LDPE, HDPE. But let's say coming from Singapore, if we say it's a takeaway bowl for a hot soup, a fish slice noodle, the hawker will charge a customer 30 cents. Our cost price, we can sell this at 24 cents. But the issue is the hawker buys the plastic container for maybe 15 cents from the supplier and they sells it to customers at 30 cents. So it is really a matter of policy and directions, whether should there be any profiteering at all from initiatives such as this. Yeah. Not a magic show, but yeah. So for food delivery, we believe we have cracked the code for eco-friendly packaging that doesn't leak, giving you the confidence, giving restaurants the confidence that they do not have to compensate for food that doesn't look good upon delivery.
And when you're talking to potential clients or potential customers, what is the main challenge that arises during those conversations? Is it cost or is it something else?
So across the range, there are different categories of customers. There are some who really walk the talk and they want to be the leaders to show that they are ready to move on to sustainable consumption. So for them, cost is not an issue at all. For them, it's about, can you give us more products? Because currently you have 10 SKUs. I would like to have 20 more. Are you able to get it to me as quickly as possible? That's one category. There's another category that says, I really like your product. Can you match my current price? For our part, we say, yes, we can, but you need to give me an order for 2 years so that I have the confidence to know that when I invest the capex into producing this product, eventually we'll be able to recoup back. Yeah. Then, of course, there are also another category where say, we love your products, but maybe come and see us 6 months later when you reach a certain scale and you can bring the price to a cost parity. Yeah. We are very active in Japan, by the way. Yeah. We were in Kobe 2 weeks ago. There's the Next Kitchen exhibition. We were there and we managed to speak to a few of the Japanese restaurants who will be supplying to the Osaka Expo. Yeah.
Congratulations, that's huge.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. River Ocean Cleanup is the next one to present.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Sawans. I'm Executive Director of River Ocean Cleanup. Now we are coming to address the downstream problem. As you see that Mekong is among the top 10 rivers that pollute responsible for the ocean plastic. And this image you may not see very much in some part, but many parts of the world, especially developing country, you may see something quite similar. Now, what's happened? All this plastic is going to pollute our streams, our ocean and river, and we cannot just complain, but take action. Not very much action take seriously, but what if we together turn these tides and when it comes to the problem of plastic, everybody knows that it's harm all this marine life, ecosystem, it affects all the food chains that we eat. Food security is a big problem in the future. Human health and all this even ecotourism is also affects, eventually it affects the economy. And also is, worst thing is of all, it affects our food chain. It's become a plastic, microplastic. What if together we can take action? What we can do, what we good at River Ocean Cleanup, we clean up. Is we collect. The collection is one of our strengths, and we know how. We collect all the waste, and we have the team, we have the infrastructure. We collect every day from Mondays to Friday. So this is what we do. And we collect, now it's in Phnom Penh, and the rest of the province that is highly polluted. We are not only collecting, in the typical events, people are collecting waste and then put the waste aside and going back to the landfill. But we don't do that. We responsible for the whole cycle of the life cycles of these plastic what we collect. So we sort it. We have the facility to sort all these plastic into different fractions. Non-recyclable, we are going to do the co-processing. It become part of cement production eventually. And the plastic that can be recycled, we work with plastic recyclers to turn it into a new product. That's where our revenue streams comes in. Yeah, it's become a plastic credit. What is a plastic credit? Some investor kind of news to the plastic credit. This plastic credit is, before it's become a plastic credit, we have to make a credit. We have to work, we have to clean, we have to collect, we have to sort based on the standard, and we transport, and we have to process the whole value chain. And where we pay all these worker along the ways. And they can, investing in this innovation is not only investing in pollution, but also not investing in the plastic reduction pollution, but also investing in improving the community and economy at each country. In the blue pin, as you can see, that's where we are working in Cambodia at the moment. And we are trying to now working into coastlines in the, also at the yellow dot. Ladies and gentlemen, just look at 2 points right now and the top two lines. We at the moment at the stage where we can only achieve 149 metric ton of collection and become a plastic credit eventually. And we would like to move more toward a 1,000 metric ton in the near future that you can help. We're looking for $200,000 as a seed fund to continue and expand our operation. Invest in our cleaner future. This is our teams. It's our finance directors. It's a female finance directors. And
Sorry.
Here.
Please finish your sentence because the time is up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Buraj is here, our team, and myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you tell us a bit more about the monetization point? Is it mainly from plastic credits, or is it from the processing of the plastic itself?
At the moment, we have two streams at the moment. We have one is from the plastic selling, recyclable. But from others, we are now based on the sponsors and funding only. Not a plastic credit yet, but we are trying to use this opportunity from the UNDP fundings to go another miles, which means now we are certified. We are going to get a certification, and we apply for a plastic credit.
Great. Thank you. And can you tell us a bit more about your team as well? I know you're sharing about your team at the end, but what's your team superpower?
My team are very passionate. We're sharing the same common sense and the future, because we would like not just Cambodia, it's the world is clean from the pollution. We share from my side, because the story is like I live in abroad for some times, then come back home in Cambodia. Seems like in 2018 was not a good shape at all in terms of the pollution. It was really bad. Then I find that this is something that I need to do. And we got Bura is here with me. He's also very passionate about solving the problems of the plastic pollution in the river. We are very close to.
You've had the process just now where you collect all the way to recycle, right? How long does that whole process take?
Well, from the collection to processing, it takes about 1 month. In fact, because we have a very small team. So we store from, 1 month in terms of times.
And sorry if I missed this out, but what's the unique selling point? Because there's a lot of other companies who, take plastics and recycles it as well.
Yeah. Typically, people are looking into the future. They are not looking at this problem at now. But as you can see that the company now also look into addressing the current problem. So this is our unique point. And a lot of people also invest, which is great to invest in the future. But now we need to solve the legacy waste. What is it exists in the river and ocean? And billions of tons is already in the ocean. So there's a lot of market. There's a lot of funding for the future, especially from World Bank also estimate this cost of the plastic credit alone is $1.6 trillion by 2030.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite Resbin to the stage.
Hi, I'm Mary from the Philippines. Oh, sorry. I'm Mary from the Philippines, a country known for our white sand beaches, beautiful marine life, and are recognized as one of the world's best dive destinations. As a diver myself, I can attest to that. But it's disheartening to see the increasing amount of waste polluting our surroundings and ending up in nature. The waste just keeps piling up due to the inadequate infrastructure around the country. And now, 20% of our plastics end up in the oceans, making the Philippines the world's #1 ocean plastic polluter. Which is why we developed Resbin. At Resbin, we are building the largest network of smart recycling bins in developing countries. Think of our bins like recyclable deposit machines that we see in first world countries, only in a more rudimentary form tailored for developing nations. Using our proprietary technology, we transform any bin into a tech-enabled drop-off point that does not require Wi-Fi or electricity to operate. The bins are powered by our mobile app, which empower organizations to launch their own recycling initiatives at a fraction of the cost. Our solution is 140 times cheaper than standard smart recycling bins in the market. And it's easy to set up because we utilize existing bins. All we need is to put our QR code onto it. Lastly, it's engaging because we customize rewards to the needs of the establishment. For our project with ABIC, we showcase the power of incentives and gamification to significantly boost recycling rates of students in schools. And this works in many other settings. Our model allows us to partner with clients across various industries, such as schools, corporates, SMEs, and more, leading up to our mission of establishing 100,000 Resbins by 2030. We are tackling the root cause of the waste management problem. That is getting people to segregate at source. By solving this, we're able to unlock a ripple effect that benefits everyone down the waste value chain. And our solution is also backed by government policy and consumer trends, where brands are now legally required to offset the plastics they produce through plastic credits. We are profitable because we're able to tap into multiple revenue streams driving sustainable growth. We earn consistently from the use of our app and then the sale of recyclables collected. On top of that, we also work with brands for plastic credits. We only started in July 2023 and were immediately profitable after just 6 months of launching. Since then, we've been experiencing hypergrowth of 32% month on month. On top of that, our innovation and effective execution has garnered us multiple awards from across the ASEAN. To introduce ourselves, both Mika and I are experienced startup founders with good ties in the industry. We are a sibling duo who've been passionate about the environment ever since our university days, and we have like-minded advisors and investors who are integral to our growth. We're currently raising 500,000 USD to kickstart our mission of 100,000 residents. We will work on faster partner onboarding, decreasing it from 2 weeks to 1 day, customer acquisition by doubling down on marketing and business development, and increase community participation by building more features that drive engagement. Because it's about time we solve this recurring problem that's been going on for far too long. Let us be the generation that solves the waste crisis and makes a difference. So come, join us at Resbin because the time to act is now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love the sister dynamic. How much does it cost for one Resbin?
So we can transform any recycling bin into a res bin. So you have one in your school, you have one in your office, we can use that. So it will significantly decrease your costs. We just charge a small subscription fee between $25 to $50 a month for the use of our technology.
And can you tell us a bit more about the user experience of how someone deposits the rubbish and what they use the points for as well?
Sure, I can show you a demo in our booth later if you want to try it out. We're just outside the main hall. But basically how it works is using our mobile, you just need to download our app. In the app, there's a map where you can find the nearest location, nearest res bin to you. You go to the bin, scan the QR code on the bin, take a picture of whatever it is you're going to throw. There's an AI that will be able to detect what it is and give you points in exchange. And then the points, you can utilize it in our partner establishments. We have private points and public points. So the private points are what our partners use for their employees, schools use for their students. So they're only for their internal customers, you can say. And we have public points soon, which is like you can exchange your points for raffles, discounts for medicines, discounts for coffee. It depends on what the partner is willing to offer.
What's your biggest challenge in scaling the business?
Our biggest challenge for the longest time has been the collection side. So to scale, we need a partner that actually diverts the recyclables in the res bins to a recycling facility, right? But recently, we expanded to Metro Manila, which is the capital of the Philippines, and we were able to secure a partner there who will do the hauling for us, deploy the bins, and even do the sales for us. So basically, that's our pilot for our more scalable model, wherein we earn mostly through the tech rather than just the collections. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite Dueting to the stage now.
Thank you, Mari. I always thought that Indonesia generates plastic waste the most, but turns out it was Philippines. Hi, everyone. My name is Adi Joyo. I'm from Duitin. And Duitin is a waste management platform that actually we want to make recycling accessible for everyone. So in a nation where we waste, in Indonesia, we generate over 70 million tons of waste annually. There's a lot of challenge that we are facing. We can name like at least 3. There's too much waste, not enough management, and not to mention the data itself is quite problematic. And last but not least, we see that the waste management in Indonesia is quite fragmented. And in Duitin, we're leveraging technology for sustainable impact, obviously. We're focusing on three main stakeholders. First of all is households, and secondly, corporates, and also community initiatives. For the households, again, we want to make recycling as easy as possible. So we said that we set recycling into 3 steps. First, we encourage people to sort their waste at home, order a pickup through our app, and you will receive rewards based on the amount, type of waste, and the amount of waste that you generate. And from that rewards, you can purchase digital products within our platform, and also you can cash it out to your personal bank account. And for corporates where, waste management and a lot of companies, they need to be aligned with their ESG, right? So we have actually 7 schemes of collaboration. First of all, waste collection and tracking. Second, we do post-consumer packaging recovery from households. And also for companies that want to go further in the sustainability efforts, we have employee sustainability program where we pick up recyclable waste from households. And the company can see the amount of employees that is recycling, the amount, and also the impact. And not to mention, the most important thing is education and behavior change. And for companies that collaborate with us, they will receive access to the dashboard where they can see in real time the amount of waste that they generate, types of waste, and also the impact to the environment, right on their fingertips. And last but not least, this is actually our program with ABIC, where we know that the community initiatives, namely the waste banks in Indonesia, played a huge role actually in the rural areas. And we see that the challenge that they are facing is, the main challenge that they're facing is the administrative process. So that's actually where we came in. We equip them with digital tools that makes them very easy to do their administrative process. And by doing that, actually, we can gain a lot of insights. Again, real time. We already cater around or collaborate with over 300 waste banks across Indonesia, starting from Java up to Kalimantan, and hoping to gain more. And for the B2B, we already collaborated with numerous corporations, including a few big ones like IKEA, Kimberly-Clark, Softex, Unilever, and more. And now counting around 100 businesses, and we already cater around 190,000 individual households. Currently, we are in Jakarta, Yogyakarta, and Bandung, and we always measure our environmental impact that we create.
I'm sorry, I have to ask you to finish your sentence because it's time. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And commentators, please
Right.
go ahead.
Thank you. What is the next, let's say, 1 to 3 years look like for you in terms of scaling?
Actually, it comes back to our main challenge that we're facing right now. Is actually the capacity. I mean, the demand is really high, not only from the households, but also for the corporates as well. But the capacity for us to be able to cater them is very limited at the moment. So one of the main thing that we are planning to do is obviously increasing our capacity and going to more areas.
Thanks.
Thank you.
For your B2B and your B2C, I'm assuming your B2B is the bigger revenue stream there.
Yes.
Why don't focus on just B2B? Because building an app, onboarding your customers onto the app, downloading the app, sorting the plastics, and then going through that whole process, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, actually, the way we see it as within the B2B, there's B2C. When someone is working in one company, they must go home someplace, right? And there's actually, that's one of the things that we are focusing on, or what we're doing. Basically, to onboard our B2C is close to zero. Because again, there's one program that we are running with the B2B where we encourage the employees to recycle at home so that the company can see how many employees that is recycling. So that's basically a free B2C. So
and
yeah.
how many users do you currently have for your app?
In our app currently registered around 190, up till last month is around 204,000 registered users.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do employees ever worry about seeing their employers seeing how much rubbish? I guess they're seeing how much is being recycled.
Correct. They can see how much that we collect.
I see.
Right.
So it's a collective effort. This is
Correct.
a collective effort.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Recycle, please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chin Huat from Recycle. We focus in collection to close the loop in the circular economy. So we are connecting everyone together to solve the waste problem. I believe everyone here every day also generate waste. So every one of us, we generate waste every single day, So all the waste, right, if we fully utilize it, it will be called resource, okay? So the way forward is the circular economy, but the traditional collection is actually outdated and also inefficient. So it causes the leakage to the environment and causes the pollution. So we are going to revolutionize the traditional collection. And then we identified the problem, which is the inadequate collection infrastructure and also is heavily dependent to the informal collectors. And how are we going to build enough infrastructure and also how to empower the informal collectors? Here is the solution. We call it an IKE model, which is the infrastructure, knowledge, and engagement, where we set up the infrastructure with the free collection jumbo bag. Until for the commercial, we also have the IoT machine, and then we link with the formal and informal collector by digitalize the collection. So we have the data and the traceability for the corporate and ESG, and also for the extended producer responsibility. And then last is about the engagement, where we have the user app. We connect with the businesses for the merchant for the reward redemption. So we encourage the businesses to practice for the recycling also. This is the customer journey where everyone just need to segregate at home and then use our app, connect with the collection station, connect with the pickup service or the residential collection point. They get their rewards. They can redeem the voucher and exchange the vouchers in the apps. So it's all through the merchants. And then for our business model, we have 3 revenue streams. At first, of course, is a very direct revenue, which is the recycling trading. And also, we have the transaction charge for the collection. And then we have the collection data monetization, where we are in the program with the ESG program with corporate, and also for the extended producer responsibilities fees from MARIA. MARIA is a Malaysia Recycling Alliance. It's a PRO, producer responsibility organization. And then we also have the user data monetization, where we have the user purchase and redemption. So we are charging the merchant for the advertisement fees also. So for the market size, right, we start in Malaysia, but it's scalable to other countries, where we target on the average revenue per user. So we target on the urban area, urban population, and also we have the ESG and EPR program for the SME. So the total market size we identified currently with target is about 520 million. So for our current traction, last year we made about $200,000 USD in 2024 revenue, and then we increased the income for the informal collector by minimum 10%, so that we also have collection about 100,000 tons of waste since we start. And then for competitive advantage, right, because we are a connector, we connect everyone together. So we provide an end-to-end solution where we are not just part of the service. We set up the collection point, we connect with collector, and then we have support from the recycler. So the traceability for the EPR is from the front-end waste generator to the recycler. So the needs, the funding requirement today, I asked for 200,000 is for the strategy investor in the user data monetization for the team expansion to increase our impact. Then is for the increase our revenue. Then this is my team. I'm the founder, Chin Huat, and then I'm in the recycling front end business and also the committee member of MPRA. And then Kenneth is our CTO, and Richard handle the waste management part, and Jade is outside the booth there. She's handle the growth of the company. So thank you. Let's join us for create a sustainable living.
Thank you. Now for the commentators to ask.
What's your end goal?
My end goal is, okay, if talk about, if my dream, I talk about my dream first. I hope that every resource can be fully utilized and with the partners that focus in the eco-design. So I'm focused in the collection. I can collect every item back and promote in the circular economy and create a greener and cleaner environment. And for my company goals, of course, we are targeting to impact, to affect everyone to join our program. And then we earn the profit, and everyone, when they join us, we create a sustainable living for everyone. Because the item of the collection, we are not just collecting plastic, we're collecting plastic, paper, e-waste, used cooking oil, any item, because we are the connector, any item that our partners collect, we can push to the residential to start collect the item. Even in the future, have a new type of material, they can be continue to recycle one, we can promote the program to just collect the material.
Just briefly, how did you end up with this solution? Because I know you do this whole full cycle solution. Was it quite a journey to get there, or was this your idea from the very beginning when you began?
The very beginning idea is I see that a lot company that they have they're doing advertisement, right? But they pay a lot advertisement to other people that not helping the environment. So hopefully I can create a program and ecosystem that I can help businesses to run, to get business, and also the income, the profit for the advertisement also can help the informal collector, also can help the environment. So it's a circularity for the money back to helping the environment. And the ecosystem we follow by the IKE model, which is the infrastructure, knowledge, and engagement.
Thank you.
Okay,
If
thank
that's
you.
it
Thanks
for
so
your
much.
questions, thank you so much. I would like to invite now Blue Ocean Plastic Recycling to the stage.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Art from Thailand. Yeah, today we will present is about the replicate the pre-waste management with the tourism-centric solution on Koh Samui as well. Yeah. So originally, yeah, I was born in Samui, and also I living in Samui for 30 years. So I'm happy to living in Samui, and also having a lot of the people to come to traveling in Samui because of the well-known island as well. But however, the problem is when we're having a lot of the people to come to traveling, is generate of the waste, and also we're having a problem, the big problem of the waste management as well. Yeah, so that's why, so this the picture of our imagination, that we also connecting everyone together, including of the local people, the tourists, and also is about the local guide, to also helping together to keep clean about the Samui together. Yeah, so let's taking about the insight of the number of the population of the people that come to traveling. Yeah. So normally nowadays we're having a tourist to come to traveling in Samui, more than about 2 million people, and also including of the hotel, restaurant, and also is convenience store, and also everything serving to the tourists. And also that's why we're having a big problem, because of every day we generate is about the waste, more than about 150 tons. Yeah. on top of the waste accumulation on Samui here, more than about is 300,000 ton. That's why is all of everything here is created is a bit big effect in Samui as well. So the thirdly about the plastic leakage into the ocean and also the hardwick problem for the local people as well. That's why we having is about the solution, is about the three main solution, to solve this problem together. The thirdly about the infrastructure, and also the second thing is about the application, and the lastly is about the training course for the local people, especially for the young children, to know how to solve this problem together. Let's taking a look for everything together. The first thing is about the infrastructure. Infrastructure here, we try to building across of Samui, and also is building with the universal design, with the impact that we can decrease the number of the waste into the landfill and increase the waste recycling rate as well. The second thing is about the encourage tourists to adopt about the eco-friendly habit, and lastly is about the serve as a model West Bank for the tourism area for the next country as well. And also when we're having the infrastructure already, how to convince everyone to using infrastructure together. That's why we also having the application, to create the motivation and also through incentive and also gamification, and encourage about the hotel and local business to taking responsibility for waste reduction together. And also the lastly, the most important thing, to having the cost training for the young people, to share awareness and also to rising about the knowledge and also to sharing for everyone how to keep clean Samui. And also let's taking a look about the market side. For the total available market, we also include everyone, for the tourists and also the resident, more than about 2 million people. But for the first year, we also forgot is about a 10% first. So it means about 200,000 people we're gonna join with us on the first year. And also is why we using for the Ecolite, because of they also having the west location, and also they having the gamification and reward, and also tracking the environment as well. Now it's about the achievement. We also having a three main model: the infrastructure, application, and also the training course. We just start is about for the on this year for the January, and also we achieve is about the infrastructure and also the training course already, and still on the progress on the about the application. Now it's about the 28%, about the 168 people join with us, and also hopefully at the end of this month we're gonna achieve about the application and also taking more people to using for the application as well. And also this is our team. We also keep working together. And also is about lastly, for our project, it look a bit simple, but we cannot do anything alone by ourselves. That's why we also try to connect everyone to coming together, because we believe that everyone we can achieve more together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you tell us a bit more about the app? What does it do, and how is it to use the app?
So for the application, we also using for the convince everyone to use it. And also the application here, we can also about the locate about the waste station, where the locate where the waste station nearby, and also we having the gamification for everyone, for using. For example, when they're having the trash and also anything, and also when they can come to using for the waste station, they can also scan the QR code to getting registered, and also they can collect for the point. And also for the point here, they can also getting for discount about the local business, such as a hotel, restaurant, and also everything as well.
So they can collect points and then use those points at local businesses. Okay,
yes, correct.
Cool. Thank you.
Just to understand, what was your background and how do you get into this space?
So normally, actually is I was born in Samui, and also is my background also is doing is about the local business in Samui as well. But the problem is nowadays we're having a lot of the trash and also the waste, and also in Samui now also is about the lack of the waste management. That's why we also is finding our team to working together to handle and also solve this problem together as well.
So after you cover Samui, what's your next plan?
So for the next plan, yeah, we also try to implement, yeah, to another the next island, yeah, for the having the same problem in Samui as well. For the nearest the island, it would be about Phangan, yeah, Koh Tao, or maybe it's a Phuket. It's a big island for the tourism as well.
And when you replicate these models at a different island itself, do you foresee any challenges?
So it's about the challenges now. Yeah, we also having the big problem. Yeah, to convince is about the local business. Yeah, to be a part is our the application together, because it's some of is the small business, or maybe it's some of the medium business. That is a concern, yeah, about the environment, but it's for the big business, and also they having is look like the green certificate and also everything. They also getting concerned as well, but they also taking a time, because some of the hotel is a big chain, yeah. So when also we try to convince them, but we need the time, yeah, to let us to getting is on the process, and also is taking a long time, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would like to invite Payron Bioenergy to the stage.
How do you dispose of your used cooking oil? Every day, households and small vendors would either pour it in the sink or into the trash. But this is actually a key ingredient to biofuel production. I'm Sherry from Apeiron Bioenergy, and we are solving one of biofuel's biggest challenge, and that is untapping used cooking oil through automated collection. As you can see here, the UCO market is projected to reach 8.88 billion by 2025, but our supply isn't keeping up with the demand because of our priority of collecting from large restaurants as compared to small vendors. The Southeast Asia recovery rate is extremely low compared to the EU and US at 68%, and this is mainly because of the fragmented market, and it's very manual and costly to collect. And this is why we are focusing on households and small vendors. Annually, they actually contribute more than 1 million tons of used cooking oil just in Southeast Asia alone. And beyond revenue, improper disposal is actually extremely pollutive, and countries spend millions annually just to unclog sewers. With 17 years of experience across 10 different countries, we already recovered more than 1 million tons of used cooking oil, and this is why we're taking it to the next level through this used cooking oil vending machine. Think of it as an automated vending machine where users like our households and small vendors who normally can't recycle their used cooking oil contribute to this machine, and we're able to incentivize them through digital payments. We already have proven traction through 3 approaches. So the first one is deployment locations under our void decks, hawker centers, and community spaces. We also validated our pricing strategies via recycling drives and stakeholder interviews. And lastly, we also showed strong public interest where we did a social media campaign that garnered 600,000 views. So we're not starting from scratch. We already completed our first phase with ongoing partnerships, including our governments and community centers. And the second phase is really just working with our partners, existing partners, to scale this even further. Our next stage is really scaling with our waste management companies as well as biodiesel refineries. We'll operate in a dual revenue model. So as you can see, we have our company-operated machines with used cooking oil sales and installation fees. And then we also have our partner-led machines through leasing fees and software data monetization. We're tapping into a 1.98 billion market opportunity. So in 2025, this year, we are deploying 100 machines. And by 2027, we are deploying 3,500 machines. So our financial growth plan will see revenue by 5x in 2027 with 1.5 million in profit. So it's driven by our used cooking oil sales, but through our dual revenue collection with partnership-led machines, we are seeing that scale. With increased scalability, we'll also increase our impact. So we are able to collect more used cooking oil through these different machines, and that means GHG emissions will be saved in increasing volume. And lastly, obviously, to empower our community by increasing their supplemental income. So what we are asking here is $1.5 million, mainly to deploy our machines and expand. And lastly, our strategic partners. We're looking for partners like property developers who are willing to have our used cooking oil machines at their locations. Our team has expertise in biofuels, sustainability, and waste management. So join us today to mainstream household used cooking oil recycling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. With the monetization, there was one section that mentioned software data monetization. What does that look like?
So I think,
Maybe one.
so sorry,
Yeah,
is,
that
is
one.
this one here?
Yeah.
So this will be under our partner-led machines, and what that means is we are collecting data from the volume of from the users to the volume of oil that they collect, and because in this biofuel sector is actually very fragmented, and these players actually are interested in how much volume can one collect. So this is something that we are going to share, not the data of like the people, but like the volume and the contamination rate, for example. Yeah.
And just so I understand correctly, are the machines already designed and they're ready to be deployed, or what stage is that now?
So the machines are actually in the R&D stage now. We are actually supported by UNDP to prototype this machine, yes. So, sorry, as the first phase is actually, as you can see here, it's actually just a low-tech recycling point. So these are actually points that we will replace with using the UCO machines.
Who are some of the competitors in the market for you?
So we focus more on like the upstream collection. In Singapore, we have 25 licensed collectors, and we are one of them. We do operate in Malaysia and Southeast Asia as well. So I think our closest competitor in Malaysia could be Fat Hopes or Arup, who focuses more on household collection rather than commercial collection. But because we do have the scale, we do have our facilities and our fleets, I think we are able to support both the commercial collection from restaurants as well as our households.
And how are you different from Fat Hopes Energy?
So they are focused more on the household collection side, so it's really directed to them. But because we have already partners of like larger restaurants, for example, and that's how we compare with them. We do have the partnerships as well. We are also we've been here for more than 16 years, so we have already built that credibility and that reputation. We also have our certification, so it's extremely important when it comes to the supply chain traceability, where ISCC certified means that from all the way from collection to downstream, we are able to trace it. Yeah.
Okay. So I've heard of Fat Hopes Energy actually, and I think they do commercial as well, if I'm not mistaken. But so one of their challenges is collecting more cooking oils, used cooking oils, and from this challenge itself, they're actually looking into other sources. So, for example, human waste into the aviation fuel.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're looking at as well?
What we are focusing now is more technology-ready kind of solutions. We do also have secondary products like pyro oil, so from waste tires.
Sorry, can you just finish the sentence because we're out of time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And fish oil as well. So we are exploring as well. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Those were the first 10 pitches. So I would like now to invite everyone to take a 15 minutes break to refresh, to stretch, to have coffee or something to bite. And then we'll meet here again at, well, 3:20, 3:15. Thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back. So we will continue with the next 10 pitches. And for now, I'd like to invite Rifi to the stage. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nguyễn Cẩm Thi. I'm the co-founder of Refit Vietnam. Our company motto is Fly to Flight, and today I will tell you about our stories. So in Vietnam, there are two most problematic problems with UCO, or used cooking oil. First of all, people just wrongfully discard this material down to the drain and doesn't really realize that it caused the blockage in their house or other facilities. The second problem is 1/3 of the used cooking oil are being collected by illegal collectors who doesn't have enough qualification, and they repurpose the used oil in a harmful way to the public health. To solve this problem, we came up with two solutions. First of all, to increase the traceability of used cooking oil, we invented Refit app, using for professional collectors by using AI to measuring weight, to using GPS for location tracking and database. We can prove 100% origin of the UCO, preventing leakage. The second solution we came up with is the Eco app and smart vending machine, targeting the residential area, small business, and cafeteria in school or in factories. Okay. Currently in Vietnam, we are consuming 2.4 billion worth of vegetable oil, and this number is increasing. So with the potential of 840,000 tons of CO2 reduction, the Vietnamese government and businesses are pushing for biofuels in transportation and aviation in order to have for a more sustainable future. Well, from what I have learned, to be honest, our core business are all the same. We all collected the same material using the same treatment. However, this is what makes us unique. By using our innovation, not only we increase the collection and trading, which yield a 14% of margin, we are one of the first company in Vietnam to actually have the database and the facility to prepare for the future of carbon credit and data and certification in Vietnam. Currently, we do not have any regulation upon this. However, by the end of 2025 and start of 2026, the government will issue laws in requirements for the businesses to have a legal collectors who can provide all the legal documents. Well, one of our future plan is to have the refinery, but it's a quite long-term run for us. Well, Refit started in December 2022. Throughout the 2 years, we secure 5 main warehouses, have more than 30 full-time employees, and more than 300 collectors working for us. Within the 2 years, we secure over 500 contracts with customers, having 1.8 million USD in funding from investor. During that time, we also improved the public awareness in Vietnam. Within the last 6 months, we successfully recruited and trained over 100 women in digitalized UCO collection and using the device. Well, quite different from many of our competitors. We installed the device in more than 50 devices in Vietnam in residential and school, raising our collection to 180 tons. Here's our team. We have quite a selective team with the founder and co-founder all having backgrounds in chemistry, engineering, human resource, and finance. Well, for the funding us, we are seeking 3 million USD. Well, you might ask why 3 million is so many. For us, we already passed the sample and testing. So our next step is to expanding our network by applying over 200 machines in residential areas and at school. In 2024, we secured 2 contract with Vinhome and Vinschool, which is belongs to Vingroup, one of the leading corporate in Vietnam. So the money will be dispersed into upgrade and expansion, and also events and marketing strategy to raise the community awareness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, any question?
Thank you. You mentioned that the regulation was changing soon. How will that affect your business and the industry? Will that mean there will be more competitors, or how does that affect what you're doing?
Actually, in Vietnam, we are having local competitors. They also have the same, you can say, license given by the government. However, the way they finally like exporting the UCO or repurpose it in harmful situation, they are kind of like a shady business behind their operation. So when the new regulation is issued, we will have less competitor, and we can increase our collection volume by proving that we are legally collectors.
For the machines that you have in the households itself, how much used cooking oil can it contain, and how often do you need to maintain the machine?
Well, for the machines, we actually have different sizes, but on average, it can hold about 100 liters of UCO, which in weight is about 90 kilograms of used cooking oil. Usually, we will have a monthly maintenance schedule to replace the bin when, even if it's not full, we still replace it for hygiene purpose.
Thank you.
I think that's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I would like to invite Chip by Daily Trading to the stage now. Thank you.
Selamat sore, everybody. My name is Nick, and I'm a proud coffee-loving Malaysian. Now, I'm sure all of us like to drink coffee, but imagine a world where our morning coffee didn't contribute to a global environmental crisis. This is the vision of Chipped. We're revolutionizing the takeaway drinks industry across Southeast Asia, starting with coffee cups. So 500 billion takeaway cups are sold a year worldwide, including 50 billion coffee cups. This devastates our blue economy because it pumps waste and microplastics into our rivers and oceans. Now, coffee cups have got a unique problem because they have a hidden plastic lining on the inside, which is designed to keep your coffee in, but is destined for landfill. And it makes it almost impossible to recycle these cups. And at just 50 degrees Celsius, microplastics melt into your coffee, which you then drink. So the bring your own cup from home system hasn't worked because research has shown that although almost 69% of people have got at least one reusable cup at home, only 17% use it because it's not convenient, and of course we forget. And this is where Chip comes in. The coffee shop gives you one of our smart returnable cups. These are RFID chipped, QR coded cups made from 100% recycled food grade PP, good enough for 1,000 uses and without the need for an extra wasteful sleeve. And it's super easy to join our family. You just register on the web app, connect your e-wallet or your credit card to the app, scan the QR code on the cup that's given to you by the shop, enjoy promotions and discounts for using the system, and take the cup home. We'll send you reminders to bring it back, and if you forget, we'll give you another cup. Just make sure that you return all your cups in a particular time frame, otherwise you'll be hit with a cup recovery fee. So this is a game changer for coffee shops. In fact, most coffee shops, when the customer leaves, they have no way to communicate with them. And Chipped allows them to reach out to their customers, to build loyalty plans by providing promotions and discounts, and reducing their per unit costs by up to 20%, all seamlessly managed through an ESG impact and CRM dashboard. Our business model is a B2B model. What we do is we sell coffee cups to coffee shops and coffee chains, universities and organizations, and we help stadiums, sports events, festivals, and concerts get rid of single-use cups. In Malaysia, 500 million coffee cups were sold last year, And if we just converted 5% into returnable cups, our total addressable market size in Malaysia would be $75 million US. And with the coffee market growing at 8% across ASEAN year on year, this market and problem is only going to get bigger. Our team is led by myself. I have a sustainability background, having launched Clean, which is Malaysia's largest reverse vending machine and recycling platform. We have almost 115,000 users on our Clean app, and we've diverted 3 million containers away from landfill. And my co-founder is Elaine Daly, who's very familiar with ASEAN. She's the regional director of the Miss Universe organization, covering countries like Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia, and the rest of my team is there. So our financial projections are showing that by year 3, we should have revenue of almost $1 million US, and over 5 years, our compounded annual growth rate should be 24.5%. So yes, we're looking for a $500,000 US impact investment. This will help us to scale across Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore. It will improve our technology platform for better engagement and customer tracking, and will help us increase the size of our team for B2B sales and to manage the growth of our company. But more importantly, this impact investment will make sure that millions of single-use containers never ever enter our environment and our oceans. Thank you very much. Terima kasih. Let's chip away at this problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, what's your biggest challenge when you're onboarding the coffee giants to use this cup?
I think, like everyone else, there's no incentive for them to do it. They are driven by, trying to sell as many coffee cups as possible. We try and communicate and say, look, you don't need to have your logo on a cup that's going to end up in an ocean or, in the river or blocking our drains in Kuala Lumpur. But they're profit driven. They don't see this as a need. And I think that's probably the same for all the startups here. There's no government requirement to ban, single-use coffee cups, for example. So that's our biggest challenge, an existential challenge, I think, for all of us. Yeah.
And I'm curious, what's the return rate for the cups? Is it quite high?
Well, it's we are really at kind of pilot phase. We're piloting across 7 cafes in Kuala Lumpur. We've just launched with Iskandar Investments in Johor Bahru. So we're looking at consumer behavior, but if we look at other examples, like people having to buy plastic bags, not using plastic bags, but having to buy bags in KL and in Malaysia now, it's tapping into an existing habit that's happening. But I think the game changer will be the fact that you get reminded and that you can take it back to any of our partner cafes. It doesn't have to be one cafe. And the RFID chip for things like concerts and stadiums is easy because you can just drop it in a bin, so for universities and stuff. So in terms of rates, if we look internationally, it's quite high. It's about 95%. And those are use cases where they don't hold the deposit against your account. That's just people bringing things back, but in a very closed loop, like Blenheim Castle, for example, in the UK, where they do it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works, but I think a carrot and a stick model always seems to work quite well in this region.
You mentioned the whole system. It allows engagement after they get your cups itself.
Yeah.
But with coffee, I believe the consumers' behavior, they're quite loyal to the coffee brands.
Correct. Yeah.
How do you sell it more to the coffee owners to make sure that, hey, it can possibly affect the decision of the behaviors?
So I think the key thing is, if you look at like Bukit Damansara, where we're doing a lot of our work in Kuala Lumpur, is that you're right. People are very loyal. They normally buy a cup of coffee after dropping their kids off at school, and they go to the same sort of group. So we've targeted that area to be able to get people to have some circularity around the coffee shops. But I think the mere fact that it reduces their per unit cost by up to 20% by not giving away that plastic cup and paper cup and plastic lid, that's a cost to a coffee shop. So, and that ends up in a rubbish bin and goes to landfill. So we're reducing that quite significantly. Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite EcoWorks next.
Good luck, bro.
So every household around the world needs two items every single month. Can you guys guess what those items are? Well, the first is relatively easy, and that's really groceries. Everybody has to buy groceries, right? But the second is not immediately obvious, and that's really the toiletries and household cleaning detergents. These are products that you have to buy month after month, whether it's good times or bad times. You have to wash your clothes, you got to clean the floors. But consumers in this category are purchasing and buying and paying for the packaging that you don't really want or need. And the bad news is, this very same packaging is causing an environmental crisis around the world today. Just take a look at this chart here. It illustrates all the places, well, technically the places with the highest amount of single-use plastic waste created globally. And number one is Singapore. And this is on a per capita basis. And obviously, if you take in on a total volume, Indonesia, Philippines are totally in the charts here. But this is a problem that affects pretty much everyone globally. The good news is, EcoWorks is here. We've essentially developed a network of stations. We developed a mobile app for you to find these stations where you can actually refill your favorite detergent brands and enjoy a savings. Savings from anywhere from 20 to 30% just by refilling. Our stations, they're smart, they're connected. More importantly, they're very, very easy to use. We don't just service the B2C, the consumers, but we also service the brands, the brand owners that basically want to transition into a packaging-free world. We basically provide them with an entire platform, the supply chain, to basically go into the refill market. Now, you've probably heard about e-commerce, m-commerce, which is mobile commerce. We believe that the future is in r-commerce, essentially short for refill commerce. Go ahead and shop in your favorite marketplace, purchase the goods that you typically purchase, and we'll then provide you with the option to swap into a refill option. Come straight down to the nearest station and essentially redeem the items without packaging, and more importantly for the consumers, save that 20 or 30%. The market sizing for these boring goods that you have to purchase anyway is exceedingly very, very large. Like just Hong Kong and Singapore alone, that's $1 billion that people don't think twice. You're purchasing it every month after month. We believe that we can tap into about 15% market just for these two markets before we scale into the emerging segment. And that works out to be about $150 million per annum. We do have some competition. Everyone is just sort of trying to solve the problem of single-use plastics, but we have a very unique difference. We are going to the space where we believe that we're probably the first globally direct to consumers. We're placing these stations directly at the void decks of the HDB housing, the public housing in Singapore. We're placing it directly at the condominiums. We're placing it at the community clubs. So essentially taking away the inconvenience of remembering to bring your bottle to do the refills. Our revenue stream is quite straightforward. It's threefold. One is basically a B2C. We sell detergents, house-branded detergents, where they save on eco-friendly detergents. We operate as a platform for the brands, so we get a platform fee to list the products. They could be mono-branded or they could be multi-branded, and then we sell ads on the TV screens on our stations. Our leadership team, two of us are here today in Jakarta, are very, very experienced startup operators. We've built startups, we've had 2 exits, 1 unicorn, and we believe that we are all here together with a shared purpose of trying to solve the single-use plastic problem globally. Our ask for today's audience here is multifold. So we'll be looking for partners. If you're a brand owner, if you'd like to participate and bring your products into our stations, do reach out to us. If you're a landowner, we're happy to host our stations. And for investors, we are also very open to a seed investment round. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Hey, Robin.
What would be your dream for EcoWorks? Would it be to expand globally, or what does that look like?
I think global domination, right? It sounds very simple, right? Global domination. But the reality is this. The brands, there are only a handful of major corporations that dominate the entire detergent business globally. Like Procter & Gamble owns 30% market share globally in this space. So if we service them, we would then be able to service the rest of the world. So I think what we would like to do is become that partner to the multinational brands, be it from Americas, from Europe, from Japan. That's what we're looking for. Thanks.
Just to understand the machine, how does it work?
The stations themselves are fully automated. They operate like a vending machine, but we don't like to call it a vending machine because people always say, oh, it's just like an orange juice machine. The difference within a vending machine is that vending machines typically create plastic waste. Our station operates more like a reverse vending because people come in, they refill. That very same bottle is being avoided from the recycling bin. The stations are very easy to use. You select your product, put your bottle in, and then you basically collect your detergent, and then you go home. Yeah.
Can you technically go there with any type of bottles, or do you have to have a particular bottle?
At the current state, you can use any bottle. Yeah.
And was just curious, both of you and your co-founders have exited companies before.
Yeah.
What motivates you to kind of start this whole new thing?
Well, I think the biggest part of it is really just getting into the whole impact space. We believe that we have the knowledge on how to build a typical unicorn, the startup that's basically tech, AI, there's a lot of buzzwords. But I think the most important thing is that what we want is to build a zebra. I'm not sure if you've heard of the term, but essentially a zebra is real, a unicorn is not. I think there is enough market potential to basically build a billion-dollar business, but we want an absolute impact, not just about revenue return, but the return back to society and the environment.
And building those machines itself, it's a very high capex, right? How do you scale eventually?
Very good question. So there's two ways that we are rolling out. One is obviously the venture route, where we're basically raising monies for the capex investment, but we're also doing franchising. So the idea that somebody would basically be financing it by getting a franchisee return throughout that journey. So the franchise could be anywhere from 3 years to 5 years, and you basically get a healthy return on a month-to-month basis.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'd like to invite Plastify to the stage now.
Test. Hi, my name is Paul Lee. I am from Plastify and I'm based in Singapore. Now, if you don't know, Singapore, if you've lived there before, you understand that Singapore is more of it's not really a clean country, it's more of a cleaned country. And this is what we want to do as Plastify to do our part. Now in Singapore, plastic recycling is not very transparent. Okay, if you've been there before, recycling rate for plastics is only at 5%. And when I say 5%, that's the 5% that goes to Malaysia. We pack it very nicely, and we send it to Malaysia. And all of our general waste, and align it to the Blue Innovation Challenge, all ocean waste gets incinerated and landfill. And this is where Plastify comes into play. We recycle plastic waste, and we educate on plastic waste itself, and we transform goods like these, waste like this, into products. And this is how we do things. We collect, we will wash and sort, we will shred them, and we will make products using something called mold injection or heat compression. We are quite established in Singapore. We are one of the near monopolies of recycled plastic product solutions. These are molds that we make ourselves. We can CNC and custom make our molds. As you can see here, this is for Booking.com, Grand Hyatt Hotel, F1, OCBC, Uniqlo, and the product color is actually derived from the color of the pigment of the waste itself. We pride ourselves in not adding anything virgin. But we are hungry for more. We want to make things that move more plastics. We want to make more impact. And we want to make products that have more functionality as well. And this is why beyond 2025, we want to make furniture. But more specifically, we want to develop Singapore's first recycled plastic furniture line, the first ever. Now, we are just following through with demand. We have missed out government contracts, big architectural projects, interior designs where they wanted huge slabs, and we couldn't offer that. So we're just following through, and we want to do more with our plastics. I won't go through too much on this, but we want to capture around 2% of the SAM. Again, we are a new monopoly, and I hope we can get this in the next 5 years to come. We are a 3.5 years company, not new, not old, and we have gotten quite a strong brand recognition in Singapore already with brands such as F1, Marina Bay Sands, OCBC. We are one of the top CSR programs in Singapore as well for plastic and sustainability. And our go-to-market strategy is that we offer educational workshops as well as products, but we kind of want to shift the momentum from that to furniture to hopefully 50% beyond 2025, and we do that by website funnel sales as well as inquiries, and of course brand collaborations with furniture brands, schools, corporates, etc. And just for some context, we have almost doubled our annual revenue for the past 2.5 years. We see it to plateau with our current state of our product range, and we want to back that up with big furniture, large furniture, to reach estimated around $1 million in 2026. I am looking for more of brand collaborations, and if you have any recycling movements, especially in Singapore or around Malaysia, we would like to work with you. My booth is at booth 28, and that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Commentators, you may take over now.
Thank you. How did you land on the idea of furniture as opposed to other product lines? And also, who's the ideal customer for that furniture?
That's a really good question. We make a lot of hotel amenities and door gifts. My inner pride doing this for 3.5 years, I don't want to make more coasters for clients. I want to move more plastics. And the thing is, when we collect a lot of plastics, it needs to move somewhere. And for furniture, each slab is around 30 kg, and that really but it follows through with the demand of the public. We are building more bins for ball caps, etc. We're working with F1, and these are huge campaigns, and we need to move them. And I just need to say that there is a growing demand in green design elements. In Singapore, we're always building. The buildings are more expensive all the time, and they're always looking for recycled materials. And so I think this really merges well with the current environment. Yeah.
I don't have a question, but it's just more of a comment. I think in Malaysia, we have a few guys who are already doing
Yes, we work with them, yeah.
Okay, so you have your Hang Help Industries who recycles plastic to furniture as well, and you're also looking at clothing, textiles.
Cool, yes. This is a bit controversial, a bit ironic or contradictory, but we only deal with Singaporean waste. Yeah, we're not looking to scale too much right now. If you really know about recycling plastics, you know it's not easy. In terms of the different grades of plastics, we deal with HDPE2 and PP5. And Singapore waste, although it's very small, it still has a lot of plastics. We respect our territories in a sense, and we support each other. We buy machines from Precious Plastics Malaysia, and we just work together. Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. And now let's have Parongpong Rolab to the stage. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tania from Parongpong. When I was 4 years old, I loved to go jet ski to the ocean together with my dad. So even then, the ocean was very polluted, and there were so many times where ghost net like this stuck in the middle of our engine. So imagine this tiny little me have to go diving under my jet ski to remove this ghost net from my turbines. So this makes me very scared because I need to swim in the middle of the ocean. Because of that, I learned as I grew up that ghost net turns out is a big problem in my country, Indonesia. 650,000 marine animals were killed every year. And if fish population declines, that means fishermen will lose their revenue and they will also lose their jobs. So the damage of ghost nets is not only to the environment, but also to the coastal communities. In Parongpong, we recycle ghost net into building materials called prototiles. The process involves the community base. That means the fisherman is the one who collects the ghost net, give to us, and we will give them incentive. And then these prototype panels will be used to supply to buildings as a sustainable material alternative. So who are we? We are Parongpong, a waste to material expert, and we believe that there is no such thing as waste. Our patented technology, Prototech, can recycle ghost net without even emitting any toxins, dioxin, and also carcinogenic output. As a result, we have Jala prototyles, which is non-toxic, UV resistant, and also fire retardant. Thanks to the support of ABIC and UNDP, we are able to prove this quality and also safety of the product. Now, let's compare Jala prototyles with the solution in the market. This is Jala prototyles. We compare with granite in the market, which is very heavy. And many people say that sustainable material is very expensive, but we are here to prove them wrong. Why? Because not only our material is lighter, made from residual waste, locally sourced, it is also 6 times more affordable. My favorite part is that this is having a glowing effect like this. So imagine that this glowing effect can be also be coming in your interior spaces, in your walls, column, and also hand railing. Feel free to judge the materials. And in just 9 years of our company, we have been positioning ourselves as a residual waste recycling expert. And in just 1 year's time, we have collaborated with 9 clients, secured 2 awards, and double our revenue growth. We are here to break the myth that sustainability can also be profitable because our sales come mostly from prototype sales. We have first year of revenue is 226,000 with 50% of gross margin. Capturing the potential global market, we are trying to start with Indonesia and Japan. We are aiming for the key clients of hospitality, residential, commercial, and developers as well. Now, to scale our operations, we will need 500K in equity financing. This will be used to scale our production, having a new production facilities, collection areas, new machine, and also increase our production capacity. Our team is made of a diverse background. Our CEO, Mas Randy, with a background in waste to material. We also have 3 VPs in Bandung, Bali, and also Japan. For me, as the CMO, my background is in architecture and also sustainability. Now, we are inviting you to go hand in hand with us to not only create positive change to the environment, but also to the local communities. We want to empower local people, we want to create jobs, and also we want to improve lives. I'm Tania from Parongpong. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Commentators, you may ask your questions now.
Thank you. What's your biggest challenge right now?
Thank you for the question. Our biggest challenge is actually the scaling our operations because in order to produce these panels, we need big machines. And big machine not only have to pay for the machine, but also the land, the place, right, for the big production place. So that is our challenge. Because the demand, we already have 3.6 billion demand in 2025, but we need more machine to capture that and double our production capacity.
And you mentioned that Japan was one of your key markets. Why did you choose Japan?
Okay, Japan is our key market because we have one of our partner that is already based in Japan. Mitsuha, she is an architect that is also based in Japan. She is our Japan marketing office. So that's why we have some potential clients there. So hopefully, with funding, we can always expand the reach in Japan.
How long is the process from getting the ghost nets all the way to creating one of those?
Thank you for the question. For the ghost net, first we collect it, and then until it become a prototype, it needs either around 1 month. So after the collection, we collaborate with the local fishermen. So most of them is already ready first, and then second, we also collaborate with Environmental Justice Foundation to collect the ghost net. So we have a lot of stock already. We don't need to go out there and wait for the stocks. Yes. And then after that, it will be bring to our production to be recycled into panels, so around 1 month of process.
And just to clarify, when the fishermen bring the ghost nets, you pay them, is that right? You incentivize them through pay?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. So we incentivize them. We also give them like training and education, and we also involve their wife in the household, so they can also be involved in the collecting process.
Do you foresee that in the future, there's people, at least fishermen, they become more responsible and there's no such ghost nets anymore?
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Because the problem that fishermen is having, sometimes their ghost net is also like break along the way, and they will spend like a lot of effort to like man it, so that we also want them to not have that kind of problem. But in order to avoid that, we have to incentivize them to not just put it out in the ocean, let it float, but to give it back to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'd like to invite the next venture to join the stage.
Hello. Hi everyone, good afternoon. I was 14 years old when I first learned about composite materials. This was when my older brother came back from the States and started his first company. I found myself spending all my free time working in the business because I found composites so fascinating. And then I learned about biocomposites and I lost my mind. I knew this was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, and I hope by the end of this presentation you'll feel the same way too. So, over the years, these are some of the problems and opportunities that we've identified. Firstly, plastic waste. Malaysia generates over 1 million tons of plastic waste annually with a really low recycling rate. And secondly, natural fibers. The global is focused on flax and hemp, which have surged their prices, leading to alternatives such as kanaf and jute, which are abundant in Asia. And lastly, the EU mandates 100% reduction in CO2 emissions from renewable and recyclable materials. So, we've developed a hybrid natural fiber and ocean plastic waste biocomposite, and together, combining agricultural biomass and recovered fishing net waste, together these materials give you equal strength to steel. They have many physical properties that are desirable to manufacturers, and most importantly, they reduce your carbon emissions by 75%. This is a high-level overview of our idea, where recovered plastic nets, together with agricultural biomass, we can mold them into components that are used on cars, buses, and even consumer goods such as table. And the idea is for it to go through a circular economy where we reduce our waste. So why biocomposites in your vehicles, right? They give you a 40% weight reduction, and in turn, this increases your fuel and assembly efficiency while decreasing your lifetime maintenance costs. Planes use about 50% advanced composites, whereas cars and buses only use 6%. It's a huge gap to exploit, especially with the consumer mindset shifting and they're willing to pay a premium for sustainably produced goods. This is the total biocomposites market. Transportation, our focus is a $36 billion market. APAC holds the largest share, and Southeast Asia is a $3.25 billion market. These are some of our other biocomposite startups, our brothers in arms out there. We have Inca Renewtech from Canada. They focus on hemp fibers, working with Toyota. We have Ecoa in US, focusing on flax fibers, working with Hyundai. And we have Becom from Switzerland. They're the flag bearers. They've raised a lot of money from BMW, Airbus, and Volvo, and they are currently moving into production with the Volvo EX30. And here we are, Midwest Composites, one of the only ones in this region, and we focus on kanaf, jute, and plastic waste. And this is our core team. We've been together for a really long time, and we're really passionate about solving this material crisis. The company is led by Sedu, my brother, who's the CEO, and I'm in charge of business development and commercialization. We've had a lot of notable international achievements over the last year. Most notably, we were Malaysia's representative for Startup World Cup, Startup Germany Tour, and we were the grand winners in Japan's Maki Chalet 2024. And these are the organizations, international and governmental, who have supported us on our journey with grants and awards. These are some of the successful proof of value pilots that we've completed. We've built bus engine covers, automotive components, we've built smart shopping cart baskets, we've done various drone components, and we've also been Petronas's 50th anniversary torch. So all of these proof of values highlight our materials' versatility and scalability across various industries. So what's next? In Japan, we've partnered with CS Startup, and we've progressed from proof of concept to proof of values with key automotive players like Suzuki and Mitsubishi. In India, we struck a joint venture partnership with Paraquat Products to penetrate the Indian automotive market together. And in Malaysia, we just recently secured a fleet refurbishing contract in the Malaysia airports to refurbish 50 units of buses, interior and exterior, with biocomposites. And why are we here? We're seeking for $1.5 million. This will go towards our patents and certifications, our facility and equipment, and most importantly, hiring top talent. And since our pre-seed raise in Q3 of 2022, we've managed to 5x our revenue, and we believe this is the absolute best time for you to join us on our journey. And this is our vision for the future, where our sustainably re-engineered materials are being used in space travel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I'm not new to the company because I think Cradle has also given grants to Midwest. But what's your current biggest challenge in scaling?
I would say the current biggest challenge in scaling is aggregating all the materials and trying to build a robust supply chain where there is no breakthrough and we get consistent, even material coming in. And another part of it would essentially be getting the funding to get the training so that we get right people in the right jobs so that we can scale this correctly.
And how are you currently getting the funding? Are you looking at VC funding or grants, mostly grants?
So because of the last 4 years of our efforts in this sustainability realm, I feel like since now there's a quite shift towards a sustainable look, especially with all these events that we have over here, we are getting more favorable with grants and we're getting more interest. And we also want to believe and we want to finish our current projects before we can raise more money because we want to make sure that we are actually driving impact instead of just hoarding money.
And I understand there's many different use cases like automobile and aviation and so on. Who's the main customer right now and will that change going forward?
The main customer right now is mass transit because as a team, our experience for the last 8-10 years has been servicing the mass transit industry. So right now it is mass transit, but I believe over time that we want to expand into automotive and aerospace because they are the more lucrative markets.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to invite Prince Square to the stage now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Danny. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Prince Square. So today I want to share some story about critical issues and environment issues in Laos. Imagine you are the business owner in Laos and you need some custom part or some special tool. Sometimes you cannot afford it or find it locally, and you end up with expensive import. So this is the critical issues because Laos manufacturing sector contribute very low to the GDP, only 7 to 8% compared to ASEAN nation around 20 to 30%. Secondly, the plastic pollution. Vientiane capital alone generate around 78 tons of plastic waste daily and 31 million tons yearly for the whole ASEAN nation combined. Also in Laos, we got over 20,000 people living with disability because of UXO since Vietnam War. These people need to access to prosthetic devices. Many organizations, NGO want to help, but they can't find affordable solution yet. And this is our solution. Simple but impactful. We recycle plastic bottle to make the 3D printing filament, and then we use that filament to making a product such as prosthetic devices. And how big of this market? The market globally was around $1.7 billion with 21% growth rate. And last year alone, over 2 million 3D printers were sold, meaning there are high and significant demand for the 3D printing filament. In ASEAN, Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia are the biggest market in 3D printing in this region. And what makes Prince Square different from the others? We focus on sustainability and product specialization because we produce recycled material and we also provide service. This is our business model, mainly make income from 3D printing service, rPET filament cell, and custom 3D design. Our financial projection, we expect to generate $97,500 within year one, and would be able to pay back on initial investment within 1 year and 3 months. Today on our traction, we achieved turning PET flakes into the rPET filament. Next step, we want to improve the quality of our filament to be commercial grade in order to import further. But firstly, we want to focus to import in ASEAN only. The impact we want to achieve, like we want to remove 600,000 bottles from the landfill, making 12,000 kilograms of rPET filament. And then we want to use recycled filament to make prosthetic device in order to improve life quality of those disabled people in Laos. And this is our team, led by myself as a CEO. We have expertise in diversified areas such as data science, 3D printing, project management, finance, sales, marketing, programming, and robotics. Together, we are committed to make Print Square a leading sustainable 3D printing in Laos and the region. Today, we are not seeking for the fund from the VC or investor, but we are seeking for partnership and donors. So thank you for contributing Print Square.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe you can you share a bit more about what kind of partners and what kind of donors you're looking for right now?
Firstly, partner, we want to, do business together. We want to find we want to solve it depending on the requirement. Recently, we have partnered with some organization in Laos. They want to partner with us to make recycled metals for the event like virtual run, to raise awareness of people to know the value of plastic, of for example, PET bottles. And donor, like we're looking for grant because we are a startup right now, but we're not ready to. We don't want investors to come and see, oh, we don't have anything much to show yet. So that's why we want to develop our product. To be better in order to show with investor later. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'd like to invite Institute of Technology Cambodia to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Bui Lai, a researcher from Institute of Technology of Cambodia. Do you know that people ingest 5 grams of microplastic per week, which equivalent to 2 credit cards? Yes, it is 2 credit cards per week that you eat every week. So microplastic, it has a lot of impact to our health, such as the neurotoxicity and also cancer. Generally, microplastic enter our body through the consumption of drinking water and also the food. And salt is the common food ingredient that we use every day. Anyway, there are many types of salt. However, the most common one is the sea salt that is produced from the seawater. However, due to the contamination of the microplastic in the marine water, therefore it could be contaminated in our sea salt too. Thus, our group come up with a solution to develop an eco-friendly microplastic removal filter to remove the microplastic from the sea salt farm. The benefit of our product, it is high removal efficiency, environmental friendly as it uses the coconut coir as the core material, which is an abundant and also biodegradable material. Therefore, it could also promote circular economy through the create market for the coconut hash waste and also increasing the market of the sea salt product. If we look ahead, on the global sea salt market, it is increasing, and also plus the rising demand for the salt farm, for the sales of food aligned with the SDG 2. So we need more safer and also cleaner food for our society. Therefore, it will increase the market opportunity for the microplastic-free sea salt produce. Our target market, including the sea salt producer and also the reseller and distributor. Now we are partnered with the local producer in our country. However, it is just the beginning of our stage. Expanding our product to across the country and also to the whole region is our target. So currently we are in the developing stage of the prototype, and through our product, it can generate our revenue through the direct sale to the sea salt producer and also to the seller and also the distributor. Then it can offer flexible financial options like providing training and also support to the seller and also to the local farmer on how to install our product and also how to maintain it. In addition, it also can get a benefit from the monitoring and evaluation our performance of our product and also checking the and also monitoring the microplastic in the sea salt and also in our seawater. He asked our team member, and currently we are looking for funding to support our product by developing our product, scaling up, and also for the marketing and selling, and also raising awareness of the consumer to understand about the impact of microplastic. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for that presentation. Just to understand, in terms of pricing wise, how is it different from, how much difference in pricing is it for normal salt?
Actually, currently we have not yet installed it into the sea salt farm, and so we think that in the future it will have the salt maybe the price of the salt may be increased a little bit from the normal salt. However, now we are still in the prototyping stage. Yes, not really in the business stage.
When do you aim to launch it?
Now we are we try to finish the prototyping by this March, and then we will launch our product. Yes.
Have you done any market research in terms of how adaptable people in the market are to this salt?
Actually, we have some do the interview to the local farmer, but mostly they don't know about the microplastic contamination in the sea salt. And one more, in our country also we have not yet held the standard of the contamination of the sea salt. So I think that it's also a bit challenging for the market, but I think that in the nearest future, the awareness of the microplastic will be increasing, and also we can expand our market too.
Thank you so much. And I would like to invite now Equinox Lao to come to the stage.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that in this room, many of us are wearing plastics? And every time that we wash our clothes, the small particles called microplastic would break down and also travel to our water body, and eventually to the water we drink, to the food we eat, and eventually to our body as well. And we found the microplastic in human brains and also in unborn baby. This is how severe the issue is. And as a mother, I'm also very concerned. And who is one of the biggest culprit for this? The laundry. And many of us might not realize that the synthetic fibers from laundry are dominant, and they govern about 35% of the microplastics discharged to the nature. And at Equinox Laos, we worked together with our partner, Abundant Water, and we found a simple but yet powerful solution. So we worked together to create the water filter to trap microplastics before entering to the water body or to the environment from the laundry activities. And they're made from the local and natural ingredients such as clay, coffee grounds, and also activated charcoal. And as a bonus, they can also save costs by reusing the treated water as well. And these are the two models that we are working on right now. And we're not working alone, and we're not starting from zero. So Equinox is the manager of Plastic Free Laos label. We are the certification scheme that work with the hospitality area businesses, such as hotel, resorts, restaurants, and cafes. So we have already the built-in customer base. And not only these current members that we have, we anticipate to have more than 100 businesses who are eco-conscious that are ready to join. And we also see the opportunity in other sectors as well, such as laundry businesses, industry, and households. And by integrating them, we aim to reach about 2 million households and businesses in Laos and about 200 million in ASEAN countries. And this is how we generate money by the direct sale of the products, by subscription. For example, if the business are becoming our members, Plastic Free Laos members, they can also receive the filter service as well by training and consultant fee, partnerships, sponsorships, and by receiving grants. Now we are receiving 2 grants from the Switch Asia and also LaxLab in order to expand the number of Plastic Free Laos members. And this is meaning that we are expanding the customer base as well. And this is where we are heading to. In the next 5 years, we expect to have more than 1,500 companies or businesses that are using our service and to receive more than $460,000 per year. And we aim to, of course, help the businesses to trap or reduce microplastic up to 80% and to save the cost by reducing their water up to 70%. And this year, we are working hard with our partner and also the members of Plastic Free Laos to do the research and products tests in order to develop the products to its full potential, to also invest in partnerships and marketing to make sure that we're reaching out to as many as possible, the businesses. We're starting strong from Plastic Free Laos label as our foundation, and we plan to scale up to ASEAN scale and to financially collaborate with the government to make sure that microplastic reduction is becoming our national policy. And we are looking for strategic partnerships. Of course, we have found many during this event. And we are also looking for $300,000 for 10% of revenue until you can recoup double of your initial investment. Our team believes that this is more than laundry, but this is about the water we drink, the food we eat, and the future that we create together. And we really hope that we can come together and create the sustainable future together with us because we are ready to turn laundry to legacy. This is how you can find us, and we will make sure to find you after this session as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that presentation. How do you plan to educate people? Because laundry is such a daily activity, right? And changing someone's routine would be quite hard to do.
Yeah. There will be 2 parts that we're planning to do. The first part is to the business, so B2B, right? So we plan and we have some funding to scale up and to reach more businesses to become our members. And that will include the trainings as well, trainings and workshops. And we plan to engage these awareness raising into these induction training to them. And to the customers, to the society as well. So that we will try to include in our online campaign because we also have the pages that have quite many followers. And we also have a media platform called Eco News, which we are the voice of the youth in our country that they would love to voice out about, like environmental issues and solutions in Laos and across the world. So we can use those as a platform to raise the awareness as well. But again, we agree in our team that it's quite a big challenge to get the buy-in and get people to understand about the problem that we are going through. Because actually, we came to know about this problem and to be inspired, I would say, from, we invited our friends who are the researcher in UK to give a talk, and one of her researches is about the microplastic from laundry. And at that time, we were inspired by auditing the hotels. We see that they wash a lot of clothes, massive clothes every day, and we are sure that there must be something done to solve the problem.
I think it would be quite beneficial to get those breakdown of the numbers. For example, you know, when a hotel or whatever does the laundry, how does that actually impact people's everyday?
Right. So actually, this project, we include doing some studies and research as well. We are collecting data. Now, we are in the process of collecting both the samples of the water and also the types of fabrics and textiles that they are using in the hotels and restaurants, and also the data of how often, the quantity, and how often they wash their clothes, and if they do it in-house or outside. And with that data, we can anticipate how much microplastics and what types will be released from this activity. Also based on the desk research of maybe the fellows from the academia as well. Like we are currently in that stage. Thank you.
And last but not the least, University of Nottingham of Malaysia.
Can you stay naked 24/7 for the rest of your life? If your answer is no, then you should listen carefully to me for the following 4 minutes. So as my previous compatriots already spoken, that we have microplastics in and around us. Okay, by 2050, there'll be more microplastics or more plastics in the ocean than fishes. And do you know that this problem actually starts from our household? To be more specific, our washing machines. Let me explain to you in much detail. So every time we do laundry, 700,000 microfiber particles are being released from our washing machines. And if you want to imagine that, if you line them up next to each other, it will go to the length of 70 meters, which is longer than half a football field size. In the ecological studies that we have done as part of this project for the past 4 months, every fish samples that we collected has at least one microplastics. And if we were to look at the total microplastics, 64% out of them are microfibers, which proves our point that microfibers that coming from the washing machine is the source of this problem. And the existing solutions are expensive, inconvenient, and ineffective. Meet sea film, which is a compact product at the size of a drinking flask. Sustainable, eco-friendly, anti-pollution filter for microplastics. We have tested this prototype and it works. It is capable of removing 0.6 to 5.5 million microfibers particles per year per household, which comes from a range of different plastic clothings. And this can be expected to be marketed at a price of $50 per unit. And our consumer survey that we have conducted, a multi-stakeholder survey that we have conducted during our 4-month time, reveals that they are willing to pay as much as $8 per month in subscription basis. Right. Why now and why Southeast Asia? So Southeast Asia is a large market with 70 million households that has washing machines. Apart from that, the beauty of this is Southeast Asia is #1 in terms of plastic pollution, as all of them already presented. And the beauty of this is the solution also lies in the very same region. The reason I say this is because we have seaweed, which is part of the filter membrane that grows very well in this region. And apart from that, Southeast Asia is a growing market for washing machines that is expected to grow from $4.8 billion to $5.6 billion in the next 5 years. Right. Rather than calling them our competitors, I would like to call them as our compatriots. So they provide external filters, laundry balls, but what makes us different from them is that our filter material are sustainable, renewable, they are biodegradable, and it can be offered at an affordable price, and it is non-electric, easy to use. Even my grandma or grandpa would want to change this, they can definitely do it by themselves. It doesn't involve any complicated technology or maintenance at all. Right, so what we are asking, we would want to ask for $50,000 as part to improve the product in terms of R&D and to do a detailed market research. We do not want to enter the market too soon and then crash soon after that. So our next action is to understand the market better, to see who can we collaborate with, and then also to do a comprehensive improvement in terms of design and the product's efficiency. So this is our team. We come from multidisciplinary research areas. Prof. Kang Ni, she works on social and human health. I work on the prototype development, and Prof. Chris is still working on ecosystem health, which is why he couldn't be here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, sea film is not only a solution, it's not only a product, it's a movement. Join us to make sustainable washing the new standard. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can you tell us a bit more about how it's installed, and also is it usable with any washing machine, or is it specific models?
Right. So if you can see this, this is not something new. You probably have seen this design even from your childhood, okay, in the days of our grandmas or maybe our fathers or mothers. So it works very simple. It has 2 points. This is the outlet and this is the inlet. So the inlet actually gets attached to the hose that lets out washing machine effluent or wastewater. So it only has one-way flow. If you secure the flow, it will only go one way through the filter membrane and out of this particular filter.
You can use it with any washing machine, essentially?
Yes, and we are also looking at different types of washing machine and washing load, because we already know that front loaders works a bit different compared to top loaders, and it depends on the volume of washing machine itself. So based on that, which is why I say we need more R&D for the design and also the efficiency. But at the moment, with all the washing machines that we have tested, which are actually different to each other, it is capable of stopping 5.5 million microfibers per household per year.
And I think earlier you mentioned there's external ones as well. What would, when people make decisions in terms of to use this or to use the external ones, what do you think is the biggest challenge when they want to adopt this filter?
Right. People nowadays are accustomed to technology, so they always want to use something unique, something latest. So probably the challenge that we would have when we first present this is something that they already know. But what makes the difference is this is something that they already know, but it is also easy to install, easy to maintain, 2 times cheaper compared to the ones that are in the market. So the challenge that we will have is, of course, to convince them to make that mind shift. It's like asking somebody who uses iPhone to change back to Nokia.
Thank you thank you so much. I don't know if my microphone was working. Thank you. So that was all for today's pitches. I'd like to thank you very much for being here, for joining us today, for Ventures as well. You did a great job. And now I would like to invite everyone to move to the main part, for the main room for the closing part of the plenary. Thank you.